Guys, the Dogs of War YouTube channel. Today we have our Game of Thrones regionals. This is the top 8.
Yep.
Between. Oh, so I'm here, Jesus and Tree Monkeys commentary.
Hello.
And we have here.
On the left, we have Aaron Glazer playing his Targaryen House of Dreams Dragon Pit deck. Aaron is currently undefeated in the tournament. He went 5-0 through the preliminary rounds. He's the top seed. Tyler is playing Stark No Agenda. Tyler was, of course, our 8th seed. He snuck in by the skin of his teeth on the heels of a
strength of schedule because of the regional.
The store he had a store championship win, put him 1 point over someone else. So he sneaks in, and he is very happy to be there. As an interesting note, both Aaron and Tyler are both store championship winners, and they both had the first round bye in this tournament.
Yeah.
So Aaron is playing. I believe what was his restricted card?
Preston.
Yes, Sir Preston Greenfield. And do we know what Tyler's was?
I think is the blanker.
Yes, Mira Reed.
And Tyler's from our local meta here in Florida. He's one of the best players. He's
won. He won last year's regional. He won. We didn't. Did we have a store? Did he win our store championship?
He didn't win our store championship.
Who won our store championship?
Luke.
That's right. Luke won our store championship.
And then Aaron is from the New York meta, and he's from the Two Guys in a Chump podcast. So he's a very known player too.
All right. So what are we starting out with here? We have Tyler on the right has a Hungry Mob. He had a. I believe that's a Ranger of the North. It's the guy who doesn't kneel to attack or defend, or it's when it's winter he gains intrigue and doesn't kneel to defend. He gets Pyrophobia right at the opening because Aaron has a card in Shadows. He also has a Refugee and presumably Mira Reed in Shadows.
Aaron uses that Pyrophobia a lot.
Pyrophobia is a fantastic card. When I was running Dragon Pit, I was running it. It's pretty absurd.
It only works in Dragon Pit?
It works in anytime you're reducing strength. But with Dragon Pit, it works. Usually, it works on characters immediately when they come into play because they immediately get that -1 strength. Okay. So it's before they have a chance to do anything with that character. So if they play Army Rob Stark, he's only at 3 strength. He drops down to a 2. Pyrophobia bounces him right back to the hand. It works on Cersei Lannister. It works on most of the basically most of your big name characters, like the 4-cost guys. A lot of them are 3 strength, and they go down to 2, which is just that magic number for Pyrophobia.
So it has to be 2 or less.
They have to have their strength reduced, and it becomes a 2 or lower.
Oh, okay.
And Dragon Pit loves that card.
So here,
it doesn't kill anybody, but it does get rid of them.
Tyler's going to summon by the Conclave.
Yep, and Aaron went with
I'm assuming
the King's Landing Coup, which is a power struggle, so it turns on his Tabia Dragons. It's 8 initiative. Interesting. He grabs Cat of the Canals.
Is she immune to?
She is immune to your opponent's effects.
So she doesn't get hit by Dragon Pit?
Yep, so she is always going to have her 1 strength. She doesn't die to Valor. She can't be targeted by things. She's pretty powerful for, a 1 strength kind of nothing character. Aaron adds a card to his to Shadows. He plays another Temple of the Graces. Tyler pokes the table. Aaron pokes back. So that looks like a King's Landing he has played into Shadows. He's thinking about playing someone, but the Stark has still got plenty of strength on the board for military. That Cat of Canals is going to come out and never lose her 1 point of strength, so she's always going to be a threat.
So the canal is in the books, Arya?
That is correct. It's Arya Stark. Yeah. There is a Tourney Grounds, Marine Tourney Ground.
Oh, he's not going to put no dudes.
He plays no characters. That's
interesting.
So here we see a C. He may be setting up for a turn 2, but 2 Cs. We may be seeing a turn 2 Valor coming from Aaron. However, I think if Tyler might have the opportunity here just to play out a few characters and try to win his 3 challenges with as little strength on the board as possible. But it's tough to tell what other burn Aaron might have here. So
Yeah, plus he could have
it
a
might
dude
be
in the
risky.
shadows, too.
He could. It could be a Preston. It could be Sir Jorah
Mormont.
Mormont. It could be Sir Boros Blount. Oh, there's Damon Dance for me. He is a pretty strong character because Tyler's not running an agenda and Aaron is, so he's got his full effects going.
What does he do?
You would have to ask that, wouldn't you? I believe he is. He gains some. Honestly, I can't tell you the effects.
Okay, that's fine.
However, I know that he gains some effects when your opponent has an agenda, and he gains more effects when you do not have an agenda. So he is fully turned on. And that there is I believe, Northland Keep, which you can kneel it to remove a character that has higher strength than its cost from a challenge. Dragon Skull kills Damon Dance for me. Not Mirror Reed in Shadows. It's Sir Jaime Lannister. Tyler draws himself a card and has a big, strong dude on the board.
It's a good
That's
board
a
layout.
very strong play. He just lost his intrigue and military character and has a new one to go. So intrigue pulls Sir Jorah, which throws him right into Shadows. That's exactly what Aaron wants there. I think that's the ideal thing for him. Looks like a military. And the only thing I can say here is we may have a slight misplay by Tyler because he does not have a power challenge to go through because he used Cat of the Canals for the intrigue when he could have done with the refugee. Although the refugee probably would have been reduced by the tourney grounds.
2-0. Yeah.
2-0. So Aaron brings out King's Landing and kneels it to draw a card. During the dominance phase, looks like Tyler wins dominance, keeps his refugee around for another turn. We can't see Aaron's plots because they're off the table. He chooses it is the city plot that kills locations. So away goes one of his gold, and away goes Tyler's Northland Keep. Tyler goes and gets a White Raven. So he's going to try to freeze out the game a bit and make it cold.
Make it a little chilly out there.
Make Mirror Reed even better. There's Daenerys Targaryen.
Ooh, Danny.
She's pretty good. She can't kill Cat of the Canals, but she can kill everybody else. So Tyler knows what the one card in Shadows is right now. All of his characters are -1 strength. And if Aaron chooses to bring that card out of Shadows, Tyler will draw a card for his Jaime Lannister. Which he may or may not have triggered when King's Landing came out.
I think he
sure.
did.
You think so? I wasn't paying attention because I forgot he was there. There's a Shadow Seer. Looks like he has a Dragon Skull in hand. There's Viserys.
That's the attachment Viserys.
Yep. However, I don't think he's going to be able to kill the Raven if the Raven gets attached, because it is immune to non-Raven effects. Sam Tarley. And there's a White Raven. Hey, look. I'm going to draw some 2 cards. Dissension on the Shadow Seer. Goodbye. Now, Viserys is doing something interesting here in that he's turning off...
Rob?
If Tyler has a Rob Stark, he's turning off pretty much all of them. Actually, I take it back. The only one that requires to be the only king of play is the army one, which I don't know that Tyler's running. Actually, I don't know if he's running a Rob Stark at all. What was that?
Nightmares.
That was Nightmares on Daenerys?
Yep. And just to point out that that's the only Nightmares that Tyler's running in his deck.
Just one Nightmares. Copy. Interesting.
And it came in the right time.
There's Catelyn Stark. Tyler now controls way more named characters than Aaron does. So we're discarding a card for King's Road Winter. Looks like a King's Landing, so no real loss to Aaron. And what will Daenerys do? Is she going to come in for the power challenge? If he comes in for the power challenge, it forces Cat of the Canals to defend. If Tyler wants to defend at all. Bouncing Catelyn Stark. What do you think of that card? Still pretty amazing, even though they've printed new versions?
This is a surprise factor, man.
Yep. Well, it's a surprise once, and then afterwards you just have to.
Ooh. What's that card?
I don't know the name of it, but it does. If you win a challenge, I believe if you win a challenge where a character attacked alone, you get to steal a location.
Ooh, nice.
Very strong play there. Stealing a King's Road.
Military.
Looks like military. There goes Viserys, and there's some prized and some unopposed. So Tyler's up 6-0 on power right now. That White Raven is now off the screen, but it is still there.
Strong position.
He brings out Ser Jorah to win dominance.
Tyler pays.
Pays the 1 gold for his refugee to keep him around. Catelyn goes back to hand. Now here's where Aaron's in a rough spot. This is where you'd almost want a Valor, but you have Daenerys and Ser Jorah on the board. I mean, you can't Valor away your own Daenerys. Instead, he goes threat from the north.
Sorry.
Which immediately kills off some characters. Oh no, there's only a -1, so it kills off Sam Tarly. Because Dragon Pit is currently not active. Presumably, it's going to go active and start killing off, kill the refugee. And if Aaron can find another burn, he could pretty much clear the board except for Cat of the Canals with that. The question is, does he have another burn effect?
Jamie's no attachments.
Jamie is no attachments, that is correct. So Tyler goes at the gates and finds Riders of the Red Fork, who count as whatever you're searching for when they're in your deck. Again, this is another thing that Tyler runs a singleton of, and it seems to come out most games.
Yeah.
Because he's got a lot of good ways to get it. So now characters are all Tyler's characters are all -2 strength, with the exception of Cat of the Canals. But it doesn't look like Aaron has a way to push a third. Push it to -3 strength to get that board clear. But Tyler currently has 4 characters at 1 strength, so.
Since Tyler has both type of King's Road, he can't trigger them both, correct?
They will. He will choose one or I believe it's one or the other.
Okay.
Because it kneels all copies, and then you do. So Tyler has put 2 cards into Shadows, which means he is now winning the Shadows fight, and Dragon Pit is turned off. Did not see that coming.
Ooh, that's a strong.
It's a very strong play. So it's probably Mira Reed and maybe an Arya Stark. I don't know what other
Canal doesn't have that clause. That...
Oh, she does. She's discarded if you play Arya Stark. Okay. But I don't think if he's doing this, he's doing it to fight the Dragon Pit, and he has no intention of bringing her out.
But it's interesting that he's playing both copies.
So he blocks the power challenge from Daenerys with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reduced by 1 is not going to do enough here, I don't think. So he controls 3 unique characters to Aaron's 2. With Dragon Pit turned off, that'll only bring a character down to a 1 strength instead of a 2. King's Road to draw a card, or yeah.
Hopefully, get something that you could help him. Nope.
This is presumably a.
Yep.
Choosing the discard, gets rid of a King's Landing Assassin,
which is good because then keeps
his characters alive.
Yeah, keeps the Tyler winning the shadow.
That too, yeah.
Because if it's tied, it goes to the Dragon Pit owner.
That is correct. Tyler has to control more cards in Shadows than Aaron does. And Aaron has to have it, and Aaron at least has to have 1. So if it's 0-0,
okay,
there's no loss from the Dragon Pit.
As long as Aaron has 1 more or tied. Yeah. Tied is not 0. Sorry.
So it looks like we're at Tyler's challenges. We're discussing Riders of the Red Fork. I believe just died to a military challenge from Ser Jorah Mormont. Swings back with the Hungry Mob. Hungry Mob has killed Ser Jorah Mormont. Swings Intrigue with Sir Jaime Lannister. Picks up a good chunk of power. Steals a Dragon Thief. Well, discards a Dragon Thief.
Tyler's doing a very good
Looks
job
like
of controlling that board.
Nobody wins dominance. Tyler is doing a great job of controlling a lot of things. He's controlling the board, he's controlling Aaron's hand, and he's most importantly right now, he's controlling the Shadows.
Battle.
The Shadows battle, which is not usually a battle you have Cities in the cities. Aaron kneels down 2 of Tyler's characters, the Hungry Mob and Sir Jamie. Tyler plays out the Minstrel's Muse. If he wins Dominance this turn, that'll get him 3 additional power, which would put him, I believe, at. So he's currently at 3, 6, 9, 11. If he wins that 4 for Dominance, that puts him to 15.
We got 2 guys now.
I think his plan here is to play out the. I would be at this point playing out the board to try to just take Dominance and hold on.
Would you try to sneak a challenge in, or don't even bother?
Depends on what Aaron plays. If Aaron doesn't play any military characters, I'm gonna send Cat of the Canals through and kill Daenerys.
Oh, okay.
That's. He plays out Zolo. Zolo steals some money. Looks like 2 gold. Ouch.
Ow.
That is not what you want to see happen on your Minstrel's Muse turn. Dupe on Daenerys. There goes that whole plan.
I love Zolo.
Zolo is a fantastic character. There's a Shadow Seer. Kingdom in Shadows. He's got a Dragon Skull in Shadows.
Ooh.
He's thinking about attaching it to somebody. I believe we're in the start of challenges now at that point.
What do you think? Should he do that? He lost the battle already, didn't he?
Well, that all but guarantees it. So I think Tyler is kind of accepted that he's not going to win Dominance this turn, so he's going to come in for some kind of challenge. Looks
military?
like it looks like a military. He's not going to block with Zolo. We have there's a no quarter.
No quarter is you can't be saved.
I believe it is kill and cannot be saved. We should have and there's 2 points for prize. At this point, we should be kneeling some King's Roads. Are we going to kneel some King's Roads?
Don't forget triggers.
Apparently, we're not going to kneel some King's Roads. That happens. I can't say anything about that. I forget that trigger so often. Tyler points it out.
Those are not made.
Yes, they are. They are a mandatory effect.
They're mandatory, so So I guess he didn't let him go back.
Well, this is the top cut of original, man. This is winner.
I agree.
Win or go home.
I'm sorry, man.
This is a Game of Thrones. You win or you die.
When it comes to tournaments, it's very.
You gotta.
Yes, you have to.
So now we're kneeling 3 characters with another city. That's copying the previous city. Tyler has played Burning Bridges, so we're not going to have any kind of triggers going on this turn. I don't know who that's good for.
It turns off the tourney ground, so
it does turn off the tourney grounds. It would turn off Daenerys if she wasn't already dead.
Sure.
And it turns off some of his. If he has cards in Shadows that Aaron could trigger, it would turn the. I don't know if it would turn those off or not. Yeah, I guess because they would still be characters attachments or what have you. Carrion Bird, Hungry Mob, the Winter guy, Winter Ranger, I believe. Sorry for not knowing that card, but he's got all 3 icons and doesn't kneel to defend, I believe. To a Refugee and a Shadow Parasite. That changes things. That's the Harpy Scourge on...
Ooh, there's the Arya.
There's Arya. We should be discarding a Cat of the Canal, shouldn't we?
This misplay.
He's going to spend 2 to bring Mirror Read out, and presumably... Actually, I don't know that does anything.
He's blanking the whip.
Yeah. I guess that's not a trigger. The triggered ability, she's not a card in play, I guess. She's a card in Shadows. So here comes a military challenge. A fairly big military challenge. So Tyler's at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He needs to win a power challenge. Oh, that might be a power challenge. No, if it's the Carrion Bird's going through, it's got to be a...
First one was military.
That's that.
So he, assuming was an intrigue or power, that last one?
That last one looked like a power challenge because he stole one.
Can he done it with the other guy?
Or he could have done it with the, I believe the Winter Ranger could have done that. But yeah, Cat of the Canal shouldn't have been out in play at the same time as Arya Stark.
Could he brought in the Shadowstar trigger her ability, kill something, or do whatever she does, and then kill that same one, or it has to kill the canal? Can
It's the text on cap of the canal says that if Arya Stark's in play, discard her, I believe.
So, Tyler here from the 8th seed knocks down Aaron, first seed.
Goes up to the final 4.
Yeah, final 4. So, hopefully, guys, see you guys in the next video. Thank you.